Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Mishmo. And it's all too long. So the purpose of this video is, today my Hebrew day. Shalom. And so the purpose of this video is to talk about the power of 5 minutes. So, I've, in adulting, just trying to understand myself better and think a lot about my past. And one thing that I'm aware of, oh my goodness, one thing that I'm constantly, not constantly, but that I battle is just anxiety and having bad anxiety to the point of having like anxiety attacks. And I'm just like trying to figure out why is this happening to me? What can I do to stop it from happening? Like how can I be more proactive about not being attacked by my own anxiety? And so just doing a lot of reflection, and I started to think about when I first started having anxiety attacks. And my first recollection of an anxiety attack occurred when I was in high school. And during that time, like I was going to this like high achieving, I was going to this good high school in the Atlanta area, and like the stakes were high. The stakes were high because I just wanted to make sure that I didn't go back to the previous high school I was at, which was a very bad high school. I didn't want to go back to that high school, and my sister was going to this good high school, and I kind of wanted to be like my sister in a way. I kind of wanted to prove that I was as smart as her, and so I took like advanced placement classes. And advanced placement classes, because they're advanced, they're going to move at an accelerated level. And so when you sign up for those classes, you had basically homework during the summertime. And so I'm doing all these assignments. And, because I want to do well in school, I'm doing a lot of assignments very fast, and I wanted to do it well. So I wasn't trying to bullshit anything. And I think my body just got overwhelmed. And I remember one time going to the grocery store with my parents, and I just couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. And I don't know if it was because I was thinking about an assignment. All I know is that I told my mom, like, I can't breathe. Can we go home? Just like my first real memory of having like an anxiety attack. And when I think about the situation I was in, I had a lot of stress put on because I wanted to do well in school. And so fast forward now, 32-year-old me, and almost 15 years later, I still struggle with these things. And now I'm trying to figure out how to make it stop, because it's so detrimental to just my whole well-being. And so I realized that one thing that's possibly causing me to have like these anxiety attacks is, and being anxious, is from overthinking. And usually what will happen, not usually what will happen, but from overthinking. And that's how I was like, okay, so if I'm overthinking, maybe one way to subside these attacks and to avoid them as much as possible is to stop overthinking. Easier said than done. And so I'm like, okay, how do I stop overthinking? How do you tell somebody who enjoys thinking and enjoys thinking critically, how do you tell them to stop overthinking? Well, that's why I came up with just the power of 5 minutes. If I am doing something and it's taking me, and I'm thinking about it, and it's taking me more than 5 minutes to not necessarily get the act done, but to just think through the process clearly, then I stop thinking about that thing and I move away from it. Because what's going to happen is that if I continue to think about it, continue to think about it, continue to think about it, I'm going to overthink, and I'm going to add stress. So I'm just adding stress to myself when I'm overthinking. So let me decrease the amount of stress that I add by not overthinking. And so, and it's not just 5 minutes. It's an additional component of, I say to myself, because when you're an anxious person or when you're overthinking situations, potentially uncomfortable situations. And so I was like, okay, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Not only am I not going to overthink something for no more than 5 minutes, basically kind of at a time, or not even at a, yeah, basically for kind of at a time, but I'm going to be uncomfortable for 5 minutes. I enjoy being comfortable. That's why I like being at home. That's why I like being a homebody. That's why I just enjoy being comfortable. So now I'm asking myself to be uncomfortable, which when you listen to like a lot of entrepreneurs or just people who are just trying to get stuff done, they talk about, it's okay to be uncomfortable. I'm like, are you an anxious person like me? It's not really okay to be uncomfortable, but can I be uncomfortable for 5 minutes, at most 5 minutes, in order to have an hour of peace of mind? I think I can do that. And so that's what I'm trying to tell myself, to give myself 5 minutes. If I'm overthinking something for more than 5 minutes, and if it's a task that's small enough to get done in 5 minutes, then I need to get it done. If I need to do something and I know that it's going to be uncomfortable for me, start the process or whatever and get it done in 5 minutes. Because you can get the process or start the process. You can definitely start the process in 5 minutes. Don't necessarily know how long everything will take, but you can definitely start that process of being uncomfortable for 5 minutes instead of constantly worrying and overthinking and just adding so much stress to yourself. So, yeah, so that is the purpose of this video, is to the power of 5 minutes. Have I been doing it? I've been trying to. And I was doing it for my job. I was like, this is taking too long. I'm thinking about this for too long when it shouldn't be taking this long. I'm going to move on until my mind is clear enough so that when I do approach it again, I can just say boom, 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 bam, and get it out the way. And if it's an uncomfortable situation, just dive right into it, because when you dive right into that uncomfortability, usually if it's like an uncomfortable conversation, and if you want to start an uncomfortable conversation, to start that process, it's going to take under 5 minutes to give somebody a call, say what's on your mind, text somebody, send that email, just do the task. It's going to take under 5 minutes to get that process started. So just start that process, get over that hump, and get over that hump in order to give yourself peace at the end. Because again, when you're overthinking it and when you spend too much time on it, it's not benefiting you, and it's going to pile up to one big stress ball, and you might explode. So I'm saying this message again for myself, but also for people who are like me, who deal a lot with stress, who sometimes they're not the most comfortable like speaking up for themselves like me, and just letting them know that just give yourself 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If you want to tell somebody something, just it's not going to take you no more than 5 minutes to send a message. It shouldn't, depending on how long the message is. If the message is really like, we need to talk about such and such and such, That don't take 5 minutes to send. Now, if you're trying to send like an essay email or essay text message, or if you're trying to basically do like a presentation on the phone, then yeah, that's gonna take more than 5 minutes. But even then, sum it up. Give yourself the courage. You don't have to just vomit. You don't have to vomit your courage all at once. Build yourself up. So yeah, but okay. All right. Thank you all for watching this video.